Alright, today is June 15th, 2010, and it's pre-summer peak. It's been coming on for about the last 5 days, but today was just magical. We had a lot of big storms come through, a lot of rain, some lightning, thunder. Then it cleared off and then clouded up again, and front come out of the west, and after it blew through it got calm, but then the backside clouds come in with some wind, and you know, these lakes that I'm fishing have a lot of pondweed, and Lake Association sprays chemical and it destroys the pondweed and removes the cover for the largemouth bass. Well, the bass go to the next best cover for its bait fish, and that are rock piles. The water temp's 67 degrees, and it's actually declined over the last week because we've just had day after day after day of rain since the beginning of June, and it's still coming where it's stabilizing. People are out water skiing and jet skiing, and the largemouth bass have moved out these rock piles, and I'm using Rapala's DT16 on a crankbait rod with fire line and a 10-pound test. It's got a 4-pound diameter, and I get these DTs down into 14 to 18 feet of water, and I've been catching some huge largemouth bass, and let me show you them. There's a pig. She goes about 21 inches. This is an 18-incher, and you can kind of see the contrast between these two big largemouth bass. I had two other 18-inchers in there, and no sense showing them to you because they're basically, you know, the same size as this one. This one here is a Magambo. You can see her tail's a little bit red. You know, she's back from the spawn, and she's out eating big bluegills. Her belly's just full, you know. Same with this one, and they both gobbled the DT16. Here's another 18-inch, and you can see the bellies that are on them. Now, it's all timing. And if you're fortunate enough where you can get out and fish every other day for a few hours, you know, you can kind of monitor the lake as it warms up and the weed conditions. And you can time a day like June 15th to come out and know when you get on the water that you're very, very close to pre-summer peak, and these fish are going to, you know, bunch up, and they're going to put on the feed bag, and you can catch one after another after another. And that's what tonight was, and it's a special day. It's a day that, you know, come February you'll think about and you'll remember, and you know that you had planned it correctly. You'd come out with the right lure on the right spots using the right presentation. And this presentation is just get it down the rocks and then slowly bounce it off the rocks. The DT16s, if you give it slack after hitting the rock, they turn around. And that's a trigger to these bass. And tonight, they were just inhaling it. I mean, you're talking the DT16's way down in its mouth, and, you know, there's no chance of them coming off. So, remember, time it, get out there with the right lure, and you can have an exceptional day of bass fishing. To that end, good fishing to you.